Hi, I'm Maria Thea Harris, or Velosos, and you can also catch me at my podcast, which is called So Organized Style Podcast. Welcome, everyone, to Making Zen the Online Retreat. This week has got so many great presenters with wonderful presentations to help you become creative or get your creativeness back. It's, a wonderful week. So my presentation is about bra hand stitching inspirations. I want to thank Kate Ward for putting Making Zen the online retreat together, all the presenters, and I really want to thank you for taking the time to stop by and see what I've got to show you to make sure that you look at hand stitching options for bras. So if you are having a bit of if you're having trouble trying to find inspiration, and after this presentation, here are some hashtags to follow. Now, there's quite a few, and the reason I've chosen these is because I am a sewist, and so I'm always eager to make sure that if people want to venture and take that next step to make their own bra, these are some of the hashtags to follow. Now, all of these hashtags, though, they'll give you inspiration of where to hand stitch on bras or any type of lingerie or anything really. So the options are yours. You can get quite drawn into the various ways that people do embellish bras. Hand stitching is just one option. So I'll leave it at that, and we can keep going from there. So again, I'm a bit of a advocate for making your own bra. However, when it comes to, here are a couple of things that you should look at if this is the way you want to go. So just indulge me here. You might want to look at a bra pattern wish list. You might want to look at bra resources, and there's lots of places to find bra resources. In your mind, you might have an ideal bra that you'd like to wear for any occasion because, let's face it, life's too short, and you might want to have a beautiful bra that you want to wear every day as opposed to one that is run of the mill. And of course, then you create your shopping list so that you can be mindful about what type of bra you want to make and making sure that it fits within the resources that you've got. So if you were to put together a bra making shopping list, these are the notions, fabrics that you would need for making a bra. The question I pose to you here is, where would you hand stitch? So of all of these notions and fabrics, I think some of the easiest places to look at embellishing would be on the cup. So the cup itself, around the band fabric, on the straps even, and even the trim that you use. So, there are a lot of plush elastics that you use at the base of the bra and along the top edge of the bra, and you can use contrast there. And you can also do hand stitching along it. Be aware, though, that the fabrics that you use for the band fabric has stretch of between 25 to 40% stretch. So that means any embellishing that you would put on the bra at that point would need to be, basically, if you did a line of sewing, it would break once you put the bra on. So just be mindful of how you embellish your bra. So let's keep going. So I'm going to show you 3 ready-to-wear bras that I've got in my cupboard that I use for inspiration when it comes to detailing bras. So there's a black lace bra, a red lace bra, and a bra that I bought in Japan on a trip a few years ago. So let's get started. So this is my favorite black lace bra, and you can see that there are a lot of hand stitching ideas on this particular bra. Let's take a closer look at these details. So on the side of the bra, we've got the ribbon which crisscrosses along the side under the underarm, which is really gorgeous. And you can quite easily do this on an existing bra with ribbon that you've got. Now, be mindful though that on bras, they're quite small. The detailing is quite small. The bra could be bigger. I'm a 36B or C on a good day. So unfortunately, these are going to be quite small bras. But if most of the world has larger size cups than I do. So you've got lots of room to do detailing. I love bra strap bows. Now, on this particular one, the bra strap has got some stretch. What you can do, and I'll show you an example later, where you can use satin or a non-stretch bra strap for part of the strap and only have the elastic part towards the back. So therefore, you've got more options to add things like bows, to do hand stitching, flowers, add metal charms, all of those sorts of things. Our lace placement on this bra is just amazing. I love the fact that the mesh lace that is used for the cup has already got lace detailing on it. And what the manufacturer has done is that they've got the row of embroidery along the top of the cup. And that's one aspect that I love using on bras that I make. Here's the red lace bra. I bought this through someone who was selling lingerie in a door-to-door, like in a Tupperware way. So I bought this years ago and it's been great. So let's have a look at the detailing here. On the bra strap, if you have a look closely at the strap itself, there's a small ribbon where the strap joins the cup, but also along the front part of the strap is some embroidery, or it's a lace. And when I've felt it, that part of the bra strap has no movement. So it's like a woven fabric, but the back part of the strap is the elastic strap that you would normally find. It's the elastic strapping. So that gives you an option if you were to make your own bra, hint, hint, this is where you could add that bit of detailing. Now, the bridge details on this bra is kind of mind-blowing to me. So again, along the top of the cup, you've got that detailing with the fabric, which is already embellished. They've also added it to the base of the bridge. So the bridge is the part that joins the two cups. And they've also gone and added a ribbon. As you can see, the fabric that's used on the cup has got a lot of embroidery on it. So if you were to find a plain bra that had cups with nothing on it, that's where I would suggest you would do your embroidery or your hand stitching. See what I mean? It's really simple. The cup on this is so simple, and yet the colors that are used on the embroidery on the fabric is quite vibrant. So this one, more is more, right? Here's this bra that I bought in Japan. Now, the reason I'm showing you this is because they've totally used lace, which has got embroidery. And my suggestion to you here might be that you could work on a bra that has already got lace and add more embellishment, more hand stitching around the features of the lace itself. So one suggestion I've got is maybe trace the lace outline on the cups. That could be an idea that you might want to use. You might want to use whatever suits your aesthetic. So these are just ways of using hand stitching on ready-to-wear bras. So I'm going to show you why I advocate to make bras and how you can plan via the line drawings that are supplied with each of the patterns. So this way you can plan your hand stitching. So I'll go quickly through the Harriet bra, Quick Sew 3300, the Black Beauty bra, and the Esplanade. So the Harriet bra, on the line drawing, the cup has got 3 pieces, and then there is a sidebar and the band. And so I think what you could do here with this drawing, which is supplied by the pattern maker, is plan out your hand stitching. So the options are there. So what I actually did when I tested this bra, I didn't do hand stitching, but I used fabric which has already got a print on it. And this is my way of showing you that print is your friend. So on the bridge of the bra, the print is going horizontal, is going vertically. And then I've used the print going horizontally along the side and on the cups. Some of the detailing that I did use was a light blue contrasting picot elastic along the top of the cups. And the plush elastic that I've used on the band, both at the top and at the base of the bra, is a black picot. So that blends in with the fabric, but then I've got the contrast on the picot. So this is one way that I've used fabrics with a print to come up with an effect that suits me. And as you can see on the back, there is a lot of embellishment. There are a lot of embellishment options that you can use. Now, this was a test bra with what I've got in my stash. So that power mesh came from someone else's stash that I bought. I've used a black tricot to line the cups with, but you don't need to do that. So, you know, there are more ways to embellish if you want to. Now, this one is one of my latest creations. And the reason I'm showing you this is because you can also not only plan out where you will do your hand stitching, but you can create the space to do your hand stitching. So what I've done is the bridge of this bra only uses the power mesh. I've not put any lace on there. And so what I've simply done is I bought these really tiny roses, satin roses, that I've put at the top of the bridge. So that's my little bit of hand stitching. The rest of it on the cups and on the side front of the bra is I've put the coordinating lace. The rest of the bra has got the plain power mesh. Now, this was a kit that I bought from Measure Once, Cut Twice. So that was Susan Goodwin. And she had hand dyed a whole kit in various colors that I've gone and purchased. And this is how I've used it on the Harriet bra. Quick Sew 3300 is a classic. This pattern has got 2 pieces on the cup. And as the maker shows you, they're suggesting that you use lace on the bridge and on the upper cup. Now, for those of you who are getting inspired to make your own bra, just be aware that when you make the first one, it probably won't fit you well, but that's fine. The fact that you've constructed it and gotten your head around how to make it means that subsequent bras will fit you so much better. So let's have a look to see what I've done with this particular bra. So my very first one that I ever made was this one. And it took me quite a while to get my head around how to construct it. But the reason I'm showing it to you is I've used plain tricot on the cups and on the bridge, and I've used a plain white power mesh on the band. So on any of these points, you can actually add hand stitching. And at the time, because I wasn't very good at sewing bras or hand stitching, I've placed a very small ribbon on the front of the bridge, which has got a pearl on it. And that's as simple as it gets. What you might also notice is that the rings on the bra strap that are attached to the bra cup at the top, that's a double ring. It's a plastic double ring. And I bought that locally. The front of the straps, they're ribbon, and only the back of the strap has got the elastic. So on that satin ribbon that is used on the strap, I can go back and do some hand stitching. So this particular white bra that I made years ago when I first started sewing has got a lot of various options to do hand stitching. Here's another one using Quick Sew 3300. Again, this uses fabric that was hand dyed by Susan Goodwin of Measure Twice, Cut Once. And I've gone with the suggestion of the manufacturer where I've put the lace on the bridge and on the top cup. But because I didn't have enough of the rest of the kit, I've used black lace, which has got like a frill, a chantilly frill for the top of the cup of the elastic. And I've just used the basic black plush elastic for the base of the band. What you'll also notice where my little head is on this screen, the side of the band is where I've actually added a piece of the lace, and I've used black strapping for a contrast. But what the contrast option that I think I'm suggesting here is that you could use thread in a very vibrant color to then do some sort of hand stitching either on the lace or on the cup or anywhere that pleases you. So I'm hoping that you're now getting inspired. This one is my way of using up remnants that I've got in my stash. So I've used basic black for all of this bra, but the outer layer, I've used two types of white fabric. So along the upper cup and the bridge, I've used a very strong, heavy white lace, and I've used a softer chantilly type of mesh with beautiful dots for the lower cup. So when it's not on, it looks quite bulky, right? But what I want to show you, the reason I'm showing you this is you can mix and match fabrics as a way of embellishing a bra that you make. And then you can do your hand stitching wherever it pleases you. So the Black Beauty bra has got two options. And I'm going to show you the option that I used where it's got the two straps on either shoulder, on both shoulders. Now, this one's quite interesting because it provides you with the normal one strap over the shoulder, but I wanted to experiment with the split strap. And let's have a look at this. So this is using remnants that I've got in my stash. So the elastics, so the trim on the top of the cup, the plush elastic at the base of the bra, and the fold over elastic that's used to trim the front of the bra, plus the elastic that is used on the back where the sliders are to adjust the bra to your shape. They're all different elastics that I had in my stash. The knit that I've used on the outside of this bra has got beautiful roses on it. And I think that's one option that where you could add stitching or some sort of hand stitching, either on the roses themselves. You could use something which is really bright, shiny, or you can actually add small pearls or those sorts of things. So you can add pieces onto this to start building up the effect that this bra would have on the person who's wearing it and make it more special. So this one I can actually wear without a problem and wash it, put in the wash easily. But if I was to then add pearls, etc., I'd have to hand wash this bra. But for me, this one is a beautiful bra. I can throw it in the wash and it'll come out quite fine. On the side, you can see that I've used the mesh, the printed mesh on most of the band, but not at the back because I just wanted to have the print, like the gorgeous mesh at the front and on the cups. But on the back, I've used a basic white power mesh and the 2x3 hooks and eyes that I had in my stash. So all of those colors, all of those fabrics were in my stash, and I was able to put this bra together. But as I said, this has got some good side embellishment options for hand stitching. And the fold over elastic on this bra gives it really lovely detail. And I was able to use this fold over elastic that I've got in my stash to make this bra. Now, the funny thing was that when you construct it, you use twill tape along the front of the straps so that the straps don't stretch. So fold over elastic has got a lot of stretch, but the designer has decided that you use twill tape to make sure that the front of the strap doesn't stretch, but the back does. Anyway, fold over elastics are an idea, and you can hand stitch on those as well, especially the fact that the front of the strap of the fold over elastic does not stretch. Add the ribbons, add all of the embellishment. This is a really good option. So again, the line drawing for the pattern is what you'd use to plan out your hand stitching. And this is the final bra that I wanted to show you. And the reason is it's gorgeous. I've made it twice and I'll show you the one that I've made. But as you can see on this line drawing, the cups have got 3 pieces to it. So that's an easy option to do a lot of hand stitching. Also, the bridge of this bra has got a lot of surface space as the front side pieces as well. On the one that I'll show you, I've actually got boning in the seams underneath the bra cups and along the side join where the back band meets the front side band. I needed that for structure, and I use this bra when I'm wearing strapless dresses. So again, you can do a lot of planning here for hand stitching and embellishing. So I've used, on the front, I've used this gorgeous lace knit. Underneath this, though, I've used power mesh. The power mesh gives me structure, it gives me shape, and as you can see, the seams that lead up to the bra cups and along the side, I've used boning, what you would use in a dress, so that it gives you wonderful shape. At the top of the cup for this particular one, I've used the plain tricot. So that gives me a very easy way of making sure that it does have a bit of beauty at the top of the cup if you were to see it. So lots of options there for hand embellishing on the fabrics that you use for the Esplanade bra. On the back, it's fairly plain and simple. I wasn't able to get anything other than a continuous hook and eye option, but I did use a contrast on the back, which has got lovely texture to it. And so that was my way of embellishing this bra without having to do any hand sewing, because the movement that I would have at that part of the bra. That's the orange Esplanade bra. And here are some options of the blue bras that I've made. So the very top one, I've got lace on the front and at the sides and on the bridge. That one's using Quick Sew 3300, as is the next one. The use of black on purple is my way of embellishing without hand stitching. Then I've got the Harriet here. You can see that I've got lace on the side, on the cups, but not on the bridge, with a bit of embellishing with the flowers. So the panels are where you can add some more hand stitching. How does that grab you? Now, what I've got in my stash at the moment is this kit, and there are various laces. There are these motifs in lace that you can add, and some prints, as well as the hook and eyes. So this is the next piece that I'm going to be working through at home when I'm creating bras that will have embellishment that I will add onto it. So hand stitching is one way of either creating shapes and features with the hand stitching, or by adding pieces like this floral motif. Now, if you are going to make a bra, these are some of the fit checklist items that you would need to keep an eye out on. At any point in time, when you're checking the fit of your bra, the adjustments are quite small and quite easy to do. So I'll just leave it there and I'll have that as a handout. So the supplies that I use are here. I use a lot of Australian supplies because I live in Sydney, Australia. I also use a supply from New Zealand, the UK. And the very last one here, called the Sewing Basket, is a reseller. It's owned by Achieve Australia. The work that they do is to help people who have, who are disabled in some way and need assistance to live a normal life in Australia. So the Sewing Basket is one of their initiatives where people who have things in their stash that they want to get rid of, they provide it to them for free. And then they have stores, I think I have about 3 stores where they then on sell all of this stash to craftspeople like ourselves. And I go there regularly as my first option if I want something. So the money that is raised at the Sewing Basket goes to help people who have disabilities to live a normal life here in Australia. So I thought I'd leave that with you. So thank you for your time. This has been all about hand stitching on bras, whether you make them or you buy them. So from me, Maria Thea Harris, you can find me at seworganizedstyle.com. I run the podcast called So Organized Style. There are about 5 episodes where Kate Ward talks about various ways of being mindful with stitching and all things to do with being socially responsible about how you make things. So thank you for coming to Making Zen Online Retreat. I hope that you have a wonderful time getting inspired with all of the wonderful makers that are presenting to nurture your creativity. Cheers, everyone, and thank you for listening to me.